Okay, guys, let's begin this. Summer Project Lute, Tropical Gambler Joshua, Sandbar Flowerspur. Flowerspar is what does that even mean?
I don't remember. It's just kind of it's a certain kind of rock. The Grado General as well, named after rocks.
Ah, okay. I see her rocks. Selena.
Yeah.
Harmonic Blades Mia, though they ended up becoming a dagger hero, and they're clearly not using a blade, but alright, sure. And then Gento Basker Rhys, who I released a video this morning and it just blew up. Like, people really like that video. It has like 8,000 views already. I was just like, what the heck? People really like Rhys. I didn't think that, but that's awesome.
Oh.
Okay, immediately the heroes themselves, really quick scan at them. They are, I mean, we already knew two of 5 because we saw Joshua's and Mia's stats in the videos, but holy crap, they're pretty good. And also, we probably have like a pattern at this point. Last year we had like another villain who was just like really gorgeous, and that was Ursula. And this year Selena.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like actually a pattern at this point. Moving on, let's start. Summer Project Lute, level 40, has 37 HP, 35 attack, 34 speed, 17 defense, 32 res, and a super boon in HP and a super bane and defense. What's that total?
It's 155.
Okay. Well, I was just hoping for some kind of surprise there. Unfortunately, no such thing.
Pretty loot. A little faster than I expected, but I like that.
Now, for those who forgot what she has, don't worry. Almost nobody does. All we remember is her tome, which is really the best thing she has.
It's the only thing worth noting besides the fact that she has speed tactic.
And speed tactic, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, she is kind of bare bones outside of her tome, but that's fine. You would just simply replace everything anyways. So for those who forgot, she has Flora Guide. Inflict speed res -5 on foes in 2 spaces during combat. Swap. Seal speed res 2, which still drives me nuts, but alright, sure, it's in the game. And, of course, the aforementioned speed tactic. So, very bare bones kit. Pretty decent hero overall. With 35 attack, 34 speed. It is unfortunately not keeping to the pattern of the blue mages, the flying blue mages, power creeping each other every single year.
That's what happens when you're 4-star, I guess.
Oh, that
Power creep anything.
Right.
But this should power creep female Corrin at least.
Okay. How about we just start with comparisons, since we know all she wants to keep is her tome.
Alright. So Summer female Corrin, who is available at reset if you pull her, has 3 less HP, 4 less attack, equal speed, 5 more defense, and 6 less res.
They are
8 less BST.
They are actually incredibly comparable. 4 attack, swing, some res for some defense, but otherwise really comparable.
Surprisingly. I'd say that Lute got it better, because Lute's just better offensively. That said, not too far off from each other.
Not too far off, right. Okay, but the bigger one is probably Summer Camilla, and then Summer Levitate. Let's just get all the Summer Blue Flowers out of the way, because there's so many. Oh, Legarn, my bad, yeah.
Yeah, not Levitate. Oh, Camilla, to start with, has 5 less BSD. She has 2 more HP, 2 less attack, 2 more speed, 5 more defense, and 13 less res.
Jeez. Another big swing, but that's probably her most comparable. Actually, Lute matches up pretty well. The 2 attack for 2 speed thing is pretty big.
Yeah, and otherwise it's really just Camilla has better physical bulk and she has better res bulk by a league.
And they both have excellent tomes. Desperation tome versus debuffing, a combat debuff tome in speed and res.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. So with that said, I think Lute is... You're going to build her just like... Yeah, you're just going to build her like everybody else. Like Summer Camilla in particular.
Yeah, you just kind of build her up as a blue mage. Fury. Very easy, especially with her res being 32. You could really go off that.
Desperation.
It's kind of surprising. Oh yeah, desperation for sure.
Yeah, very simple.
Ploy.
Yep, that's right. The ploy is probably the big part here. She can do that.
Yeah, or sabotage even. I guess just for some perspective, a plus speed Lute has 35 attack and 37 speed. With her tome, that goes up to 47 attack and 37 speed. Speed refined, 47, 39. But because her tome is speed res -5, it is treated as though it is 52 attack and 44 speed.
That is solid.
At plus speed.
She's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Now, with that said, the only summer blue flyer I would put over her is Leggjarn, and that's simply because Leggjarn's stats are more offensively skewed, and her tome.
Yeah.
And her skills.
I mean, of course. I mean, in terms of, just for reference, she's the second fastest blue mage we have in the free-to-play pool after Tail 2 with 35 speed. But Tail 2 has 3 less attack. Just to put some perspective.
Oh. Okay. So what's Leggjarn compared to Lute like?
Leggjarn has equal HP, 1 less attack, 3 more speed, 3 more defense, and 11 less res.
Yeah, that's mostly that 11 res swing. Lute, I mean, it's nice to see Lute kept her archetype, which also gives her some differences versus the other heroes. At least it's not a Summer Camilla versus Summer Corn situation where it's entirely a power creep. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's surprising that everybody else has more defense by a pretty substantial margin, but that's just what happens when you have one of the lowest defense stats.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess here's a fun fact: Camilla actually has more BST than Leggjarn by 1, despite being released later.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Earlier.
Okay. Anyways, I don't think there's much to say about Lute. I really think you're going to build her very standard. Fury Desperation is probably the best thing. And because she could use a ploy, why not use a ploy? It's really that simple.
You could also run aerobatics if you want to do a sort of bond-like build, or you could do any nutty flyer skills.
Yeah.
Plus, I think that flyers... Well, I guess you just have to keep in mind flyers don't get lulls and things like that, but you take that aside, you have probably one of the best easy access options for an offensive blue mage, or a tome for any offensive blue mage to use.
Mm-hmm. Also wanted to mention... what was it? Oh, yeah. Her build is... You're probably just going to drop Iceberg on her. Very easy to build, in fact. Fury Desperation, Iceberg. Yeah. It's just very cheap. And as a 4-star focus, maybe you want to give her a chance. She's a good hero.
Genuinely. I think that there's a good chance people can get somewhere with this. I mean, you can even go plus attack. That's 38 attack. You could go for the Blade Tome at that point, if you want to go full nuke.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see where this puts her as far as attack. She has the second highest attack of blue mages in the free-to-play pool after Fallen Delphia and May.
Ah.
So there's also that.
Oh, but actually, her most comparable flyer is actually just Female Morgan.
Female Morgan, I fully agree with. Let me pull her up. Female Morgan is slightly down. Has, to preface, 5 less BST. She has equal HP, 1 less attack, 4 less speed, 1 less defense, and 1 more res.
Yeah, they're very similar.
Morgan just kind of dropped the attack speed, man, that's it.
Yeah, but you also remember Morgan's tome kind of catches up on that, so they're actually, like, in practice, pretty similar.
Pretty similar, honestly, especially with the fact that they're both a little more debuff well, some sort of buff debuff centric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, that's Lute. Don't think there's much to say. Excellent hero, give her a try. And a lot of people like Lute, so why the hell not? Like, she looks pretty too.
Yeah, I think that this is definitely one of the nicer free-to-plays we've had in the 4-star focus, if only because of design and general usage.
Mm-hmm. With that said, next is Joshua. Now this one is going to be quick because we already saw his stats earlier on.
Except for the Super Boons and Super Banes. Yes.
Except for Super Boons and Super Banes. So at level 40 HP, 36 attack, 39 speed, 28 defense, and 24 res. He is actually another legitimate red quad archer, just like Anna, for a total of 167 BST, matching up with Norn. That's honestly really good. Holy crap.
One of the best offensive stat lines we've had for archers. I believe our best offensive stat line archer right now is Winter Marth at 36 attack and 41 speed, meaning that, compared to an armor, Joshua just has 2 less speed, but equal attack.
What the? Wait, how much? What's Winter Marth's BST?
174.
Okay, so 7, okay, makes sense.
Yeah, you got the extra BST to play around with.
Right. But, of course, man, movement is so important, and Joshua has infantry movement, so thank goodness for that.
I mean, there's also color.
Oh, also
Joshua's
color,
red and he's colorless.
Right, well, that's big, too. Either way, 43 speed at plus speed is pretty big. Now, the question is whether you want to make him a quad bow archer, because his bow, I imagine people will be killing him over. Korobo, if for those who forgot, affecting against flying foes, inflicts speed defense -5 on foes in 2 spaces during combat. He also has shove, attack speed link, and fortify defense 4. Another bare bones kit, headlined by his bow, and I guess fortify defense 4 is pretty nice to have.
It's pretty good, solid 300 SP skill. You can take that in path with his coral bow. So that, I mean, unfortunately, you can't take more than that. But what more can an archer need? Much like Norn, you have a pretty easy inheritance path for an arena core. Minus the rally.
Alright. So... I don't want to say the same build, but it's just another Fury's Desperation build. That's the cheapest effective build on him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is. You could probably go a little more on the player phase with him, I guess. Since he... Well... He's got balanced bulk. I mean, the nice thing about Joshua in particular, he doesn't have a bad defense stat. So reasonably, you could do his stance. Especially if you have plus res for some reason. 28 bulk. You could go like mirror stance or something. Or...
Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, you could go full enemy phase if you want to. Where you could turn him into a buff bot with drives and links. Or the new skill that I can't remember the name of.
Snag?
Snags.
Yeah. I said peg in the video and people were just made fun of me. Anyways. But yeah, also very similar. But to be honest, he really reminds me of New Year Anna. So can we get that comparison?
But of course. Anna has equal HP, 2 less attack, 1 more speed, 12 less defense, but 13 more res.
Oh, they're actually incredibly similar. Defensive stats, no, but attack and speed, 1.2 point difference. Very similar.
Yeah. My way of looking at Joshua is that he has more attack and less speed than Anna, but less speed and more attack than Ygren. Or something like... No. Less...
How about you just do the comparison against Ygren and it'll be obvious?
Ygren is over here. She has 2 more HP, 1 more attack, 2 less speed, 2 less defense, and equal res.
So he's like the midpoint between your Anna and Ygren offensively.
Yep.
That's interesting.
And much closer to Ygren defensively.
Alright. Alright, so Joshua, immediately, very good archer because the 2 archers we just named are very good archers. It'll be interesting to see what people do with Joshua. And because he's a fan favorite, I expect a lot of people to go very high commitment on him.
The people who do. He is still a red focus.
Yeah, people who do. But just like Anna and the people who like went all the way for Anna, I can definitely see it being a real thing.
Oh, without a doubt. I expect a few top tier whales to go Joshua, at the very least.
Okay.
If not for his bow.
Yeah, if not for his bow. Okay, but are there any other comparisons for Joshua?
Let's be fun, Joshua.
Oh, come on. All right, sure.
To preface, original Joshua actually has 3 less BST. Original Joshua has equal HP, 5 less attack, 4 less speed, 2 more defense, and 4 more res.
What the? He's so much better than original Joshua. But they're entirely different
5
roles.
leagues.
But still, that's crazy.
Yeah. Original Joshua's kind of middling in speed. Pretty good for the time. This is up average.
Is he not just the best summer archer thus far then? By far, actually.
Do we even have another up? I mean, there's Takumi, I guess, but
he's 35. Yeah, offensively he's just better. I think he's just actually the best summer archer. And then there's Noir.
Noir's just worse than Norn.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is our new best summer archer.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want your flyer or your colorless status, Takumi might be in dispute. But if you look at it from the strict stat standpoint and skill inheritance standpoint, Joshua is probably the best.
Yeah. But yeah, chat, let me know if there's any comparisons you want. But other than that, Winter Marth, right?
Yeah. So to preface, 7 less BST, obviously, on Joshua. He has 2 less HP, equal attack, 2 less speed, 2 less defense, and 1 less res.
What the?
Just a little bit off the top.
Okay. Fair enough. But of course, they're very different, and Marth's skills are kind of busted, so.
Yeah, they're so different, just in general.
Alright, what is chat saying? Let's see. Summer Lynn.
Okay, so I'll do Lynn first. I completely forgot about her. She's pretty good.
Oh, right, you're right. That might actually, no, she's the best summer archer. What am I saying?
Yeah, honestly, I'll agree. Might be a hot take for some people, but I'll agree because of that armor effective. Lynn, to preface, has 12 less BSG. Lynn
12.
has, yeah. Lynn has 3 less HP, 3 less attack, 1 less speed, 8 less defense, and 3 more res.
So it's her bow that makes up for everything.
Oh yeah, by all means, it's just her bow and the fact that she comes with Bird Pact. Midori, preface, same BST. She has 1 more HP, 5 more attack, 9 less speed, 6 more defense, and 3 less res.
They're entirely different units.
Completely.
But yeah, with that said, I definitely can suggest Joshua, especially for people who are fans of him. Is he necessary? No. Red archers are most definitely not necessary for anybody. But
yeah,
if you want just a good archer to play around with, he's easy to build. Fury Desperation, you're done.
Yep, pretty much. My question is, which one do you think is better? Spendthrift bow or coral bow?
I think.
Or which one would you prefer?
I think coral bow for anybody who is offensively orientated, like who need a double. Whereas Spendthrift, I think, is only for people, or best for heroes that are Well, that said, like, Norn uses Spendthrift really well, but I really think it's, like, best on, like, super slow heroes with, like, QR and whatnot. But Norn's a really good exception. For other heroes who are, like, have a lot of attack but don't have a special bow that's really good yet, I think Coral Bow is probably the best choice.
I could agree with that.
Especially especially if the Coral Bow is the difference between them doubling or not. That's where it really shines.
Like, for example, Fallen Takumi, if you just run this, then besides the gimmick Scotty has on turn 3, this is just better. It gives you more attack than a perf. It gives you more speed than a perf. You're fine.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what I would say as well. So for heroes that are lacking a bow and just need a really good one, Joshua's got you covered. And you can take his bow and Fortified Defense 4. Man, that's crazy good.
Yeah. Honestly.
But moving on from Joshua, Sandbar, Flower Spar. This one... however you say it. Stone pointed out, her name Sandbar Flower Spar loosely means beach stone or jewels of the sand, literally meaning she is a treasure of the beach. Yes, she is incredible. She's incredibly hot.
It's facts.
Yep, you can't. How are you gonna argue against that?
I can't.
You can't. Okay, well, her HP is 36, and she has 37 attack, 37 speed, 17 defense, and 23 res. She has triple super boons in HP, attack, and speed. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. A super bane in defense, but come on, let's be honest. When your defense is that low, it doesn't even matter anymore.
Right?
Wow. Infantry green mage.
Whoa, why does that say infantry? It's cavalry.
Yeah, that's the one thing I found weird.
Sorry. Let's do this on a laptop.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, okay. Also, another thing to mention, all of these summer heroes are all ranged. There's no melee hero at all.
Not one.
Okay, well, Selena, green cav mage. Actually, is she not now just the best green cav mage? Owen would be a competition from Layton perspective, but I don't think she has competition otherwise. What is it, like Halloween?
La Rochelle, which
is
just straight worse.
Yeah.
Just get it out of the way. They have... La Rochelle actually has 1 less BST. La Rochelle has 3 more HP, 1 less attack, 3 less speed, 5 more defense, and 3 less res. And the other one of relatively recent times is Mist, Valentine's Mist, who, to preface, has 8 less BST. Mist has equal HP, 3 less attack, 3 less speed, equal defense, and equal res.
Huh.
literally just missed with 3 attack and 3 speed on top.
Okay, but that's really good.
And a perf.
And a perf, right. Okay. And also for those who forgot her kit, it is exotic fruit juice, which I still can't believe how good this weapon is. 14 might because it's not a perf. It is a perf. Grants attack +3, inflicts speed res -6 on foes in 2 spaces during combat. In other words, this tome by itself adds 14 might base, 3 attack extra, and a 6 res drop for a total of 23 might essentially, as well as 6 speed drop. So it's crazy, crazy good. She has She has drawback, attack speed push 4, and speed res snag, which for those who forgot is interesting because it drops their speed and res by 6. And once you use drawback, the nearest enemy within 4 gets hit by it on both heroes. The hero you use drawback on and the hero using drawback.
Yep, it's a really concise kit. Out the gate, she hits, what now? 41, 40, 60 attack just for existing, effectively.
Dang.
With 42 speed. At plus speed, it's like having a green mage cavalry. Sorry, 43 speed. At plus speed, it's like having a green mage cavalry with 60 attack and 47 speed just for existing.
Yeah, she's gonna be heavily underrated because I feel like a lot of people aren't gonna like respect her that much. Well, no, we'll see. By the way, we did a poll on the summer banner and it was bad. Like about half of you guys did not want to pull, or actually over half of you guys did not want to pull.
I mean, compared to a lot of the banners we've had recently, it's mostly just on the stats. The actual units are like,
yeah,
not as meta shattering. And I mean, in Selena's case, yeah, you have that 60-47, but let's not forget you have one of the lowest defense, like lowest bulk spreads of any unit we've had recently. Not even her res is good.
Alright, yeah, but she's incredibly offensively skewed, which unfortunately means this is yet another time where, because her defense is so low, because her res is so low, for the third hero in a row, I kind of have to suggest Fury Desperation again. Except in this case, just Desperation, because she has attack speed push 4.
Yeah, and I feel like in this case in particular, Desperation is just needed. Like, you can argue for Lute and Joshua, you need Desperation on Selena.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately there's not much to do here. Now the sad part is, if you do Desperation, she loses speed res snag. But if you don't use Desperation, I don't see how she's going to take any hit. She has effective defensive bulk, up close defense, I mean. 36 HP plus 17 defense, that's 53.
Yeah. That's assuming you have neutral.
Yeah, assuming you have neutral. And res-wise, it's not much better. That is essentially 59. Again, if you're under 60 at this point in the game, a lot of heroes will one-shot you.
Yep.
So yeah, Desperation is a necessity. But other than that, building her is really easy. Keep her weapon, keep drawback, keep attack speed push 4. Probably go for Desperation. Speed res snag, as good as it is, I feel like it's going to be difficult to keep with her. Go for res smoke or any kind of support, like Hone Cav or something with Cav emblem.
Yeah.
At least she's hot, but yeah, that is Selena.
If you can set her up, she'll probably be one of your best mages outright. Until then, though, good luck.
She is actually the most min-max offensive hero I've seen in a while now.
Oh, without a doubt. She kind of hard to compare her to anybody as far as attack speed. But she has the highest attack of any relatively fast mage, I guess.
Damn.
If we want to look at it that way. Just to pull out Legendary Celica, actually. I preface Celica has 10 more BST. Celica has 4 more HP, 1 more attack, 1 more speed, 1 more defense, 5 more res.
What the? What? She's just mounted Celica then. Legendary Celica.
Pretty much.
Wow. That's crazy. Of course, Legendary Celica, you guys remember her tome. It will do true damage based on your opponent's res. But aside from that, they're very similar.
Olin, for those who forget, by the way, Thunderhead is Olin's perf. At base is a Blade Tome, so all your buffs turn into damage. And then the fine is that if unit initiates combat or any unit initiates combat on foes within 2 spaces, that's speed res -5 to the target.
It's kind
of like
actually.
A slightly better Swift Sparrow, but if you want to look at it that way, Selena's speed res -6, no condition.
Yeah.
So much better effect in that regard, but no Blade Tome. Owen has 2 less HP, 7 less attack, 2 less speed, 2 more defense, and 4 more res.
Did you just say 7 less attack?
Yes.
Oh my god.
And Thunderhead doesn't have a stat boost to it, so it's actually more like 10 less attack.
Okay, well, so automatically I still suggest Owen if you're going to do a Cab Emblem team, because Owen with Blade Tome will hit super duper hard, but Selena by herself is just much more competent.
Mm-hmm. You have a good Cab Emblem going behind Owen, just good buffs in general, you're fine, but it's going to take a lot to catch up.
Alright.
But yeah, not much else to say. First 3 heroes have very bare bone kits, very easy to build. Desperation is probably crucial, and that's about it. In terms of special, though, she probably wants to use Luna?
You might be able to set up Luna Desperation.
Luna Desperation, yeah. Okay. Easy to build.